thing that we used to see in the old days. Only Mr. Holt knows the questions that will be asked. The commission does not know.
There's right here. So before we get started, before the debate starts in about 17 minutes, I just wanted to personally thank everybody for coming up here tonight and fellowshipping with us on behalf of the Murphy campaign. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Lionel Leach. I'm president of CWA Local 1039. I represent state workers in Washington State. But this is not my show. This is everybody's here show. But I just want to make sure that the foundation about what we're about to do here in the city of Newark and in Essex County and the state of New Jersey starts with these three individuals. And it's only right before we actually start watching this debate is to have these three individuals come forward and say a little bit before we go forward. So before we get started, first person I would like to have say a couple of words is a person that, and I'll be honest with you, at the end of the day, we weren't always together. But sometimes relationships are formed because the campaigns of people having the same philosophy and want to do the right thing for folks. And I've learned a lot from this individual within the short time frame that we've been together talking. And he has a wealth of knowledge, and what I'm trying to do is get all that knowledge that he has in that brain of his to just rub off on me. So without any further ado, I'd like to bring up and have the Honorable Calvin West say a couple of words.
Thank you, Lionel. But here again is a moment. I belong with a team, starting with the Honorable Gail Cheney Field. I belong with somebody that I've been with for over 20-odd years. We've never lost an election, and we've been together. We've had ups and downs, but we have made certain that our team was for you. Inclusion for all of us. And Lionel, what better place could we be at this point to recognize that the most important second job in the United States is the governor of the state of New Jersey. And what we have here is you. You can make it possible for what we have to do. The three of us have been there, done that, but we've been dependent on you forever. So this is just another moment coming together. But more important, tonight we're going to look at a debate and forget about that. Because here in this room, and I don't want to disrespect anybody, they don't poll black people. When you say something like, it's tied up now, forget about it. I want you to understand that you're going to work hard as you can, for this moment, for the woman to become the first in the history of the United States as a president. But better than that, we're designed with a combination of the three of us with Phil Murphy, who's so synonymous. He is we. Other than that, so I say to you, enjoy it, and don't get mad at the screen tonight, because you're going to say, forget about it. I want all of you to put on blinders and just say, we're for Hillary, whatever comes out of it. So with that, Lionel, all the best. We're going to win this election. Headquarters is going to be 744 Broad Street, but we together. Thank you ever so much.
So I had the opportunity to be the campaign manager for this next person I'd like to bring up, and she invited me to her home, and she said that she wanted to run for council again. And I just want to make sure, so this is all family that's in this room. So I said, Councilwoman, why you want to get involved in that big shit again? Right? And we're amongst family, so I'll be able to say what I'm going to say. And we sat down in that living room for about 45 minutes. And she gave me 5 reasons why she wanted to be councilwoman again. I said, I'm with you. And we started out in a little room on a Saturday morning. It was cold with no heat. About 5, 6 of us. Larry was there, a couple of us was there. And we built this momentum that has never stopped. And I am proud to say, every council meeting, and you know, my office is down in Trenton, but the days that I know that there's a council meeting, I work out of my Newark office because I know how that council is operating and who's the driving force of that council. And without her work and her determination and keeping people accountable, we would be in a worse situation in the city.
Amen.
Right? Everybody agree with me on that? So without any further ado, I'd like to bring up the Honorable Councilwoman Gail Cheney-Field-James.
Thank you, my brother, my campaign manager. And I would just like to say that I am very honored to be the Central Ward Councilwoman. And it is my pleasure and my honor to be the Central Ward Councilwoman. Many of you are here from the Central Ward, and I thank you for working with me and for helping me become a better council person. I tell people I'm not a perfect servant, but I am certainly a public servant. And that's the best I can do. I love you all. I thank Catherine Willis for switching her plans because she was going to have a debate party, and she brought it down here, and she brought us the great chili and rice, and she had some baked chicken wings here that she didn't protect for me. And no, they're gone. You, as a good chef, you go take mine off the top. Okay? Okay. But listen, as we're getting ready to watch history be made tonight, Hillary Clinton is our candidate. And we have to get out here and work. It is too quiet in Essex County, and we need to make sure that the Christiocrats do not win by lulling us into sleep. We have to get out here and make sure that we make everybody go out and vote for Hillary Clinton. I've been a big supporter of Hillary Clinton. I'm an even bigger supporter of Hillary Clinton, and especially in light of who she's running against, I think it's a disgrace that somebody like that could even rise to this position and be even considered a candidate. Okay? So we are going to work hard. The 744.
20th of October.
October 20th, we're going to do an old-fashioned Essex County rally downstairs, and we're asking everybody, not just Newarkers, East Orange, West Orange, Irvington, because it's too quiet in our community, and we know when it's that quiet, that's when Satan gets a chance to move around, and that's when our people get lulled to sleep, and they say, oh, somebody else is going to go vote for, but that's not true. All of our votes count. We have to make sure that people are not intimidated when they come to go out and vote, and when they turn around and say who they're voting for, that they get a chance to vote. I want to recognize my other council colleague, my friend, my brother, Hector Cachado, and Hector and I had some great times on the council, and I wish there were 10 more on the council like Hector, because it's not easy fighting a battle against an administration. It's not easy fighting a battle with your council members when you're trying to make them understand that there are 3 separate forms of government: the legislative body, the judiciary branch, and the executive branch. And we cannot continue with the politics of accommodation. To be able to get along just to get something done, you have to turn around and speak truth to power and stand for the people at all times. And with that being said, somebody who I had the honor of when I was on the council the first time from 1994, 1995 until 2006. This man gave Hector and I the opportunity to help build this city, to help make this city a better place, and we're going to go back to making Newark a better place And that person who was the architect, people used to call him the cheerleader. And we were at Prudential one day. I said, he's not the cheerleader. He's the engineer. He's the architect of the rebirth of the city of Newark. And that is none other than our mayor, Mayor Sharp James.
I represent the poor people that have not had a job since 2006, or a paycheck since 2006. So I will represent the poor. I didn't say working poor, the poor. First, I want to thank Calvin for finding Harvey Bristol Cream. This is the first place my drink. And one of Kevin's friends said, my father used to drink that drink. I said, well, I'm older than your father, so I understand that. Folks, let's get sick. First of all, you won the first debate. You ate grilled chicken over fried chicken, so give yourself a hand. I told you how many people in the hospital today. Talking about our good friend, Miss Pat Evans' father. Dot Evans had to remove 4 feet of her small intestines from eating meat, things of that nature. Now, New York Times wrote 3 days ago, Trump is the worst nominee of a national party in the history of the United States of America.
That's right.
When they wrote that, you have to ask another question. He's still the candidate, and the day's papers say they're still tied. They say Hillary is not Mother Teresa. But I can tell you who Satan is.
All right.
Now, if you have to date between Satan and Hillary, you don't have a choice.
That's right.
This election is the most important election in the history of the United States of America. It will affect our children, their children, and children yet unborn.
That's right.
If Trump becomes president, we need to find another island to live on.
Yes.
That's how depressing it can be. And he expects to win because depress the black and his Latino vote. They won't come out. Don't think Hillary's that great, so my vote do not count. When you say that, think of all the people who died for the right to vote. Think of Medgar Evers getting shot in front of his family that opened that door. Think of Viola Guzzo, our Italian housewife who went south. Think of Cheney, Goodman, and Schwerner, those 3 who made that movie Mississippi Burning. Think of our good friend down there, Fannie Lou Hamer, standing in Atlantic City, getting beat in a tent in 1962. What was she standing there for? She wanted the right to vote inside Convention Hall. Vote don't count? Think of South Africa, where they lined up for 20 miles, 110 degrees, suffering and everything for the right to vote. Think how they made a statement, couldn't read or write. They had to put pictures on that first ballot in South Africa. And they went down there, not able to read or write, but they could recognize Nelson Mandela and made him the first president of all South Africa. Now that's what the vote will do. That's what the vote will do. Folks, not only do we need Hillary in the White House, we need Murphy in the State House. We need a combination where a governor can call the president, as Bill Clinton called Sharp James and said, do you need any police officers? Remember that?
That's right.
Sharp, can you use 300 cops? Send them tomorrow. Send them by Federal Express. Ask that question. Well, how are you going to pay for it, Sharp, when the grant runs out in 3 years and 4 years? And what was my answer?
Wait a minute.
Cross that bridge when we get to it. If we can save 1 life in 3 years, 2 lives in 3 years, we've done a wonderful job already. So folks, please, become an army of 100. What do you mean by that? Everyone in here get on the telephone. Everyone in here got a cell phone. Everyone in here gossip. It's time now to work that phone and make another 100 people share your goals, your dreams, the importance of voting on election day for a president, and the importance of coming back a year later and pick up Murphy for governor of New Jersey. We need a president and a governor. And I'm the first to tell you, don't be intimidated. There are those in this city who are intimidating people to vote for their candidate.
That's right.
We don't want their candidate, we want our candidate, the people's candidate, who's going to make things better for our children, for our city. It's that important, folks. Don't get carried away with these big televisions now. Don't get carried away with these big old prices out there, and BMWs and all these cars. We are at war.
That's right.
We're at war, folks.
War against poverty.
The killings across the nation and everything. If Trump is in the White House, he'll say what he said at that rally when they were punching others in the mouth. Get them out. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. You know what that means? He didn't care. So please, please, Hillary needs our help and Murphy needs our help. We got a date for a president and a government for our children, not for us. We can survive. But can our children survive? Maybe they'll pull up their pants and start walking down the street with a vision.
We need everybody's help for October 20th to make sure that people come downstairs. We're going to be in the Tri-State Ballroom. We want to show the Christiocrats that we're going to pack the place. And so therefore we're asking anybody who's interested in signing up, the pad is over there. So now we can turn up the television, you can hear it in the face. Alright?
And don't be mad for what you hear. Know what you have to do.
I'm gonna bust this television.
No. You just get two more voters. You just get 2 more voters. That's what you do.
Yeah, I just started back 50 years. They done messed up and let the bear sleep. I'll be coming out.
That was something that John F. Kennedy did against Richard Nixon very effectively. He basically kind of defined
It's more than that now because of the language in which these things get judged. You know, back in 2012, we knew within 10, 15 minutes that we had lost the debate against Mitt Romney because the media reaction and the punditry were pounding us on Twitter, and we knew what the spin was going to be off of this debate.
even during the debate.